I have a question that I like to ask people, but sometimes I'll pose the question in the form of a charge or accusation against the person. And the question works like truth serum, like Wonder Woman's lasso, the lasso of Hestia forces the truth out of people. And my question works that good, and I've asked a lot of people this question. I'll put 2 videos in the description box as examples, and I commented on these videos. But like I said, sometimes I'll pose the question like an accusation, like in the video Africans Arise did maybe a month ago. His video is titled, "The Black Future Must Be Anti-Capitalist and Anti-State." In his description box, he writes, "In this video, I discuss why I'm now opposed to capitalism, but also opposed to the state." Now, I posted on this comment board, and here's where I pose the question in the form of an accusation. I say, you can't be anti-state while saying you're against private ownership, because if business ownership is not private, then it would need to be controlled by a state. The accusation was he's against private ownership. And the first statement in his reply to my comment was, I'm not opposed to private ownership. There was the truth serum working right there, because capitalism is private ownership. But he says he's not against private ownership. You can't be both. And I know what the problem is there. I'll get to it later, as I've talked about it before in other videos. Miss SUNKISSED Queen, in her response to me and her just, speaking in general about capitalism, and she did well in her response. And she's the only one that I've heard hit the nail on the head, even though she says she's opposed to capitalism, but several times she acknowledged what the greatest problem is. But I commented on her video, and at the end of my comment, I asked her, was she against people who open businesses? And her very first sentence in her reply to my comment was, no, I do not have an issue with people who start businesses. The lasso of truth at work. She said no. Same as African Arise and other people. So what is the problem with this misdirected aggression towards capitalism? My question be, do you have a problem with people opening up businesses? Or, hey, you got a problem with people opening up businesses, don't you? Each time, no matter how I put it, they all say that they don't have a problem with people opening up businesses. So what is the problem with this misguided aggression towards capitalism? Here's the problem. And I don't know exactly what I'll have on the screen yet, so I'll just say this person is selling masks. Is this capitalism, and is this a capitalist? No. Not according to the anti-capitalism people. And I don't know exactly what I'll have on the screen, but the anti-capitalist people will view this as capitalism, though. There's a problem there. Let me show you what it is. Is this an elephant? No. There's a problem. Because why is this not an elephant? Well, because according to the anti-capitalist people, it's not an elephant because it doesn't eat as much as this one. And what is this? This is an elephant. If that made no sense to you, it shouldn't. But that's how people see capitalism. Small is not capitalism. Big is capitalism, which makes absolutely no sense at all. Like the people who sell masks, maybe standing out in front of a gas station selling them. I've even seen people standing on freeway off-ramps and on-ramps selling masks. Those are capitalists engaging in capitalism, just as the big manufacturers and distributors of the mask are. But Ms. SUNKISSED hit the nail on the head. She said that people are corrupt. She also said no matter the system, there will be corruption, and she's the only one of the anti-capitalism people I've ever heard acknowledge that. What you have a problem with are monopolies, not capitalism. Monopolies where big businesses gobble up small businesses, shuts them down. But bigger businesses came out of smaller businesses. Smaller businesses get their supplies from bigger businesses. And smaller businesses aspire to grow up and be big businesses. And I understand the thought of how wholesome small businesses are, but like a lot of animal shelters are filled with dogs that were cute and adorable as puppies, but became a nuisance when they got big, so they got dropped off at the pound. Or like people who get pet alligators. They get them pet alligators. We've heard the stories. Then the thing gets too big, and the next time we see it, it's on the news getting pulled out of the sewer by animal control because that's where the owner turned it loose at.